I was watching a video today and I saw a amazing transgender person, Jade Runk, who I was not familiar with before, but I'm totally obsessed with now. And they talk about a moment or the very last time, their very last attempt to unalive themselves and how they had made the choice to be here. And it made me think about, my evening, which was actually April Fool's Day 2007, where I almost did something with myself. And I always think of it as a marker in my life, a marker of before and after, and as though everything that's happened since then has been a total gift, because I almost didn't experience it. I almost wasn't here. And that's not to glorify, that, but it is really to talk about how when you make a choice to be here, and you can make that choice to be here, whether or not you are at a moment such as that, such a desperate moment, when you make a choice to be here, you can understand how special and spiritual and sacred each moment is, even with all the craziness going on. And I say this because I see myself and I see so many other people moving into fear and moving into this space where we are letting go of our presence in the now because we are fearful of perhaps the future and fearful for other people in the now. And what we're losing is we're losing the divine of the now, and the now is all we have. Our power is in our presence, and our presence is truly only powerful if we are present in the moment, if we are here in the now. It's really interesting how the word present can mean both a gift and also the the time that is as of this moment. That it's interesting, the present of the present. And that actually is a present, because truly our power is only where our intention is. Our power is only where our focus is. And as there are communities or as there are organizations or people that are absolutely willing to do absolutely anything to pull us out of our present moment. They're willing to do anything to pull us out of our moment of calm. They're willing to do anything to pull us out of our nervous regulation. What they're doing is they're pulling us out of our consciousness to where we are powerful. They fear our power. They fear the power that we have by being in our present moment. So I'm reminding myself that I made the choice to be here. And ultimately, because of the way my spirituality works, I believe all of us made the choice to be where we are today. We're in very special times, very scary times, but very special times. It's in these times of upheaval, where great change is going to happen, and we can be part of the movement for what that change is. Change is going to happen. How about we all get together and we move that change toward a greater humanity where we see ourselves only as strong as the weakest person, a humanity where none of us are comfortable laying down in our bed with full bellies unless everyone lays down in their own bed with full bellies themselves. Once we can do that, and once we understand it's more important that everyone is taken care of, both physically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually, that's more important than all of us, having fast fashion or the right handbag or whatever else it might be, which I am willing to say I am part of that. I'm changing, I am healing that part of myself where I think I have to have a new coach. So I'm looking right at my own eyes as I'm saying this, that it's more important to make sure that others are taken care of, that everybody is at least at a base level of humanity where they can be in their power. And that's another ploy and trick, is to try to take away the resources from the common person, from the middle class person, so that more and more people are put into the poor class. Because the more people that are put, when you are in a state of not even being able to take care of your own basic needs or the basic needs of those that you care about, you're not thinking about all these other things about like who's in charge and what's happening. You are absolutely giving up your agency. You're giving up your power of those things because you're more concerned about having food on the table. Because then what'll start flipping is that those types of things will start being offered by those that have taken it away from us. And then we're going to be expected to be grateful and then to bow down even more. That's just my intuitive sense of saying that. But I basically really want to really call this person that I heard on the interview talking about how that last attempt they made to unalive themselves was a moment where they realized that they had made a choice to be here. And the same is true for me in mine and how I both, it's like I see my life before and my life after. You know what I mean? It's like those are two very distinct things, and I'm always thinking of, did this happen before or did this happen after? That was the seminal event in my life. That was my dark night of the soul, so to say. My walk through the shadows, and not that work is done, still working through it, but that was definitely the beginning of where I was actually willing to start looking at the parts of me, that really needed to be healed and looked at and accepted. You know what I mean? Something that's really happened here for me recently is just understanding and seeing and becoming full aware of my shadows and my potential to move into things that are not aligned with my own integrity, and how those things absolutely run the show, have run the show before, and how this is because of all that's going on. It's incredibly important for me to become very intentional and focused about who I am and about which aspects of myself are going to move forward. If you think about the story of the two wolves, which one gets fed is the one that's in control. So although the potentiality may be there in myself and probably in others too, to be all types of different people, to do all types of things, it's the wolf that you feed that takes charge and takes lead. Which wolf are you going to have to be your front face for your intention and for your focus? And I met somebody new today on a plane, a lovely woman, and she really challenged me to tell more about my story. Not that I haven't told my story before, but to continue to talk about I'm very blessed to have an incredibly unique story, which sounds like a tragedy, but I've made it my focus to find the gifts in that, and I'm so thankful for everything I've gone through, because it's given me such a wider perspective than I would have if everything had been handed to me. So I may be doing that in future videos, but this one I want to talk about that idea of the choice to be here. And if you decide to become present right now in this moment, rather than living in guilt and shame from the past or fear for the future, you have made the choice to be here. Make the choice to be here, because right now is the only time that you can make decisions. Right now is the only time that you can take actions. Right now is the only time where you are able to make a change, to change the course of directions, to actually be effective. Right now is your power. Your presence is your power, and now is your time. It is now time to get serious about that. And being serious, by the way, can also be rest. That can also be how you show up in the present. It doesn't always mean marching or doing anything else like that, doing all these active things. Being active and being present can be intentionally finding peace, intentionally finding calm, because getting your nervous system into a regulated space is how you're going to be able to be your most powerful in a time when you have to ramp up. If you're constantly being used to, adrenaline and cortisol, you are not going to be able to be as effective as when your body has the idea of having peace and calm at other times too. You'll be even more effective. But anyway, I hope anybody got anything out of it. I know I did, and that's why I do these, is just so I can learn more about myself so I can be more effective for others. Until later, love, peace, and release.